Hi, and welcome to day 20 of Inktober Tangles Challenge 2022. I'm Anica Gabrovic, a CZT from Croatia. Thank you for joining me as I tangle daily. I will just sketch where my line will be as I move towards the left side and then towards the bottom like here. So I'm not trying to be precise, just roughly, so that I don't forget about it as I add tangles. And today tangle is a wonderful tangle by a wonderful tangler. It's Walk the Line by Cretacolor. So there are many ways to draw it, and I will start with one of them and then perhaps move to another one. So I will start first by drawing it here in this corner, but I'm going to first draw at least the beginning of my border like this. And then first I'm going to use this this space here to add walk the line. And you start with a straight or straight-ish line like this, and then you move away from that line and draw a very free form line that like moves unexpectedly like this. After you do this, you just draw these kind of elongated U shapes that extend from one border to the other one. And it's almost like, you know, you're in the zone, drawing these continuous lines, maybe lifting your pen now and then when you see that you need to move your tile or maybe move your hand. But other than that, it really flows nicely. It's, I think, a true example of, you know, Zentangle Tangle, where there's not much to think about and there are no mistakes. I mean, really, after you do this, fill the space with these U shapes. You just ink in these small spaces between the top, this round part of the U shape, and the line. And that's it. So simple and so effective, right? I think it's just a genius tangle. I think I'm going to ink in these spaces between my walk the line and the tangle like this, and then, you know, just to get some drama, some contrast between the white parts of my tag and this one. And then I'm actually going to draw another one, and the way that I'll draw it will be a bit different. So I will start with some orbs, like a blob composed of orbs. And you can see that it's not, you know, it's not a circle, it's not a regular shape. And then I will add kind of a circular thing around it, but you can see it's very, you know, organic. And then I will do the same to draw a beautiful flower with so much character. So this is probably the way that I mostly draw this tangle. Now here's a tangle that I normally use and that I have also used in some of my video lessons and live online lessons. So this one is not new to me. Many of these, you know, I come across just as I sit down to film a video and then take a look at the step out before I start drawing without trying to draw it first. But this one I'm very familiar with. Okay. And I'm done with the full circle, and I think I'm going to draw like a stem here. And then I will ink in these small spaces between the edges of my petals. Now I can, describe these hues as petals when we have a flower made out of this tangle. But as I said, there are so many ways to use it. You can use it also in a spiral or fill almost any kind of space with it. So it's so versatile and looks lovely. It's fun to shade and simple to shade too. So my flower is done, and because I have these small spaces, I will fill them with lines so that there's some contrast between the shape or the shapes and the background. I think lines are the best choice here. Now for the shading, I will just add shade to wherever the root of these U-shapes or petal shapes is. So I'm adding shade to this bottom part, and also inside the flower it will be around this circular or roundish center that's filled with orbs. And I will add some to the background too. I'm holding this upside down, so this is actually the right side to observe it, although you probably know that in Zentangle there is no right and wrong side. But I have a composition of these tiles, so I know where I started, so I consider that to be at the top. Now, because these roundish endings of my petals are so narrow, I'm just going to go inside with a jelly roll instead of a pencil. You can certainly use a pencil too. And you can see how I'm trying to make a bolder mark at the very top, and then just kind of flicking the pen to leave a softer trace as I move away from the round part. So it's just a suggestion. For sure, you can do something different with the shading. I kind of didn't even think about shading it in a different way, because when you use a tangle a certain way many times, then you just take some things for granted. It would be a challenge to find a different way to shade this tangle, for sure. What a lovely flower. So organic, uneven, just lovely. Such a great character is given to these shapes by this amazing tangle. Just finishing with adding some shade and highlight to the border, saying hi to you all, thanking you all for drawing with me. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.